Thank you, Father Bauer, Reverend Fathers, any of our honored guests today, and my dear brothers. My priest here was the pastor of my parish, Holy Family, for the first 9 years of my life. Monsignor Dan Hermes, now John McFadden's pastor, was and is one of the most important faces of the priesthood for me. During the time as our pastor and to this day, he's really remained a close family friend. He comes over to our house about once a year, so even though I don't see him that often, he nonetheless remains an important role model for me. Monsignor has the ability to command the presence of an entire room. He's really got like an electric personality. Whenever he's in the room, he's telling stories, he's laughing, and he's building others up. There's no doubt in my mind that Monsignor really loves being a priest. He has an infectious joy and is a person that everybody wants to be around. And when you're with him, he gives you so much attention. He's attentive to whomever he's talking to and looks right at you and gives you direct eye contact and with a big smile on his face. I remember Christmas break, my new man year, taking a little mini retreat with one of my DBs at his rectory. He was beyond generous. He showed us around his rectory. He let us stay there. He took us out for deep dish pizza and hung out with us. And it was nothing particularly extravagant, but there was just a deep joy from being around him. I know that he loves being with people. And certainly, right after like busy Christmas liturgies, he could have said no and asked that we come a different time, but he welcomed us with open arms. No doubt Monsignor could have done something else than be a priest. He grew up on a farm, and he was the oldest of 9 brothers. And when we were kids, he was always telling us stories about his lively time on the farm, including the milk fights that he and his brothers would have while milking the cows. In his prime time, he was an immensely gifted athlete. He loved to play golf. When he was in high school, he was all-conference and all-American. But he turned down opportunities like going to Notre Dame because he wanted to enter the seminary. Though I guess for some of the men from Michigan, that wouldn't have been too much of a sacrifice. Nevertheless, he's an example to me of someone who said no to something that might be obvious and yes to something mysterious. Coaches, and no doubt many others, would think that the obvious choice would be simply to go play football in college. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But for Monsignor, that wasn't enough. He felt a call from Jesus, and he conformed his will to Jesus' will when he said yes to that call. That yes has borne tremendous fruit. He's a wise and effective priestly leader, sort of the grandfather of our diocese. In my mind, his leadership is really clear in his commitment to evangelization. When he was at Holy Family in my parish, he co-wrote a parish retreat called Light of the World that's since spread internationally. He was committed to writing a retreat where adults can begin or renew a relationship with Jesus and build on that journey. I've seen firsthand the impact that it's had on so many of the adults in my home parish, including my own parents. And after the retreat, from the retreat, small communities form where men and women can share the Christian life in an intimate setting. And one of the central aspects of that retreat is Eucharistic adoration. And Monsignor Hermes has built perpetual adoration chapels at Holy Family in my parish and at his current parish, St. Thomas the Apostle. And for me, what better lasting legacy than the legacy of giving the parish and the larger community an opportunity to adore Jesus 24/7. For him, it was worth the time, the money, and the energy so that we could better worship Christ. And personally, the Adoration Chapel of my home parish has been one of the key factors in my own vocation. The Nazareth Chapel at Holy Family has been the place where I've been able to pray, to read, and to grow in my relationship with Jesus. It's absolutely one of my favorite places in the world. And no doubt Monsignor's love for the Eucharist stems from his deep prayer life. Each year for about the past 30 years, he's gone up to the Madonna House, which is an apostolate in Canada that was founded by Catherine Doherty, who was a contemporary and friend of Dorothy Day. Here, Monsignor has the opportunity to pray, to fast, and to participate in the simple life that the community lives. I know with confidence that my love of the priesthood and of the church is in part due to the great work of Christ accomplished through Monsignor Dan Hermes. He's a joyful priest of Jesus with a love for evangelization and for the Eucharist, and I'm proud to call him my priest hero. Praise be Jesus Christ.